Saquon? Or is there, okay, he did his year, and now it's going to be Jalen, it's going to be all those wide receivers? Or, guys, and the one that really blows my hair back, is Saquon the anomaly? And can he look at people like Eric Dickerson and Derrick Henry and say, I'm going to hit this thing back again? I am that talented. I am that much a difference maker that at 28 and a half years old, I'm going to absolutely make history and break dance into the Hall of Fame by going 2,000, and that's how we run it back. I want to see how it shows up. It's been a lot of work last year. His next year is not usually as good.
What's wild about it is when we looked at the Eagles this time last year, like you just first looked at run game is going to look like. Like trying out for size. Saquon's there, how much, and then all of a sudden that game came about, we was having that conversation whether or not to go for the record.
Yeah.
Like we didn't know what we were getting into. Now we know what you can have. It's like, where's the expectation line?
Yeah, no doubt. And listen, the Eagles are not built like we got 3 running backs. And we're gonna. It is Saquon, and there's a massive drop off. I think some guys at the minute drafted Saquon defense really, really high. And then there's not that guy who's like, this guy will come in and get 8 or 9 carries a game. It is not. They did not build the team that way. But what do you want to see?
Well, the thing about the offense, though, is I'm really optimistic about that. Like, the thing that's different about this year than last year for the Eagles is there's this hunger to get it again. I remember at the Super Bowl, like little ceremony where they had their rings, AJ Brown coming over to Saquon and say, man, I know it was hard, but let's do it again. So to your point, KB, it's going to be scary. Defensively, though, I think when you look at this defense, which was the backbone of this team, there have been some departures. BG, a really good friend of our show, we're going to see him later on in the week. He retires, right? And the reason why I think that is such a big deal is when you look at that roster, you look at that front. Mm-hmm. Obviously, BG was hurt a lot during that year, but BG was that culture. He was that leader. So if you look at this, you see Darius Slade is no longer there. Like Brandon Huff, all of these guys aren't there. Josh Sweat, Milton Williams, like these guys aren't there anymore. So when I look at this defense, they're new, they're young. But can they replace those guys that have departed? Can they come back this year, minus all of the veteran players that they had, and still perform? Can they be consistent? Now, I liken this to when we lost Mark Ingram for the Saints in 2019. He signed with the Baltimore Ravens. Yes, we had Michael Thomas, we had Kamar, we had all of those guys, but we didn't have Mark. And that, when we lost Mark, I felt like we took a huge step backwards because he was that guy in the juice. With the juice, he was out for Baltimore. Yeah, true. That is what guys like Brandon Graham and Darius Slade meant to this Philadelphia Eagles defense. So I want to see, and that's the biggest question for me, guys, is can this defense still be dominant without key leaders in that locker room?
So have we finally arrived to a point where when I ask you guys what questions you have about the Eagles as they defend a Super Bowl title, you say the running back, you say the defense. Jalen Hurts, are you no longer a question for the Philadelphia Eagles?
No, Mr. Consistent. I just feel like tell me differently. I expect him to be really, really solid, and solid is a slur. Like that's an insult to people sometimes when you say solid.
Maybe he's changing it to a compliment.
Maybe. Normally, if you say solid, it's like they're just fine. Solid is like game manager adjacent. Yeah. It's not a great thing to call somebody, especially a guy that great. And you want like Jalen Hurts deserves to be called great. Yeah. And yet I sit here and I'm like, we're basically Eagles country, like you said. I expect him to be very solid. Not solid, very solid.
You know what, though? When I was in my dating era, if you will, once I found the person that I would end up marrying, I remember my dad being like, he's a solid young man. I'd be like, what a compliment. That's a compliment. Because that's like, that's like a lifelong commitment. That person's going to get a little longer. It's not like he's electric, he's whatever. Like, no, he's not a flash in the pan. He's solid.
He's not a system husband.
Exactly. He's a home manager and a game manager.
It's not going to lose you the game. Like, there's a lot of quarterbacks that are going to lose you the game. Jalen Hurts is not going to lose you the game, and I think that's where the floor to that team is so high, and it's higher than a lot of other teams because he's not going to lose it.
I've never seen him work triggered by a word, but I just said it's solid.
If I find out that my wife has gone after her parents, like, tell me about Kyle, like, he's solid. I was like, that's it. The whole, for better or worse, was solid.
Yeah, for the next 40 years. Yeah, I want solid. Let's pick a team that we are most excited to see.
Oh, let's get Raiders. I can't wait to see the Ravens. That team right now. It's scary, guys. It is scary. Like, obviously, Lamar Jackson, you have Derrick Henry. We won last year. Derrick Henry only rushed for like 46, 48 yards. That ain't happening again, guys. Like, this year two, he knows the system. He knows what his expectations are. And we saw him flourish later in that season after they got almost won the rushing title. Again,
Once they play Buffalo, and I feel like he's messed up Buffalo.
yeah. Yeah, so we won that one big one for that 70 yards. Yes. Zay Flowers in the contract here. Mark Andrews, obviously, redemption time. But they got D-Hop. Like, how does Baltimore Ravens keep giving these guys? Like, you got D-Hop Williamson at that defense, guys. If I said Kyle Hamilton, Marvin Humphrey, like, nowadays they have these seatbelts, right? Like, these little kids are doing seatbelts. I think Rasheed's son is doing seatbelts for their little team. Yeah. Like, that's all that's going to be over there for the Ravens. So I'm so excited, Kyle, to see this Ravens.
I'm excited to see the Ravens because they're so talented, but I'm not terribly interested, due respect, because my thing with the Ravens is like, I know what I'm getting.
Yeah.
They're going to be great. And the team that I think has a little more intrigue right now, I'm excited to see the Detroit Lions, because I'm hearing a lot of chatter about the Lions that I do not like. There's cracks coming in. The coordinator's gone, they carried the team, and Campbell's just a yeller, allegedly. I'm seeing stuff about, they don't have as many dome games this year. They're going outside as if they're just going to fall apart in the offense because it's 65 degrees instead of 72 for a given game. I like the prove it year for Dan Campbell. I've compared him to a guy who's part of the band who goes solo. Sometimes they fall on their face. Sometimes they're actually even better. He's not going solo. We got coordinators, of course. But if you thought in any way that Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson were some of the firepower and horsepower behind this engine, we will find out very soon. Lions Packers right out of the gate. Right out of the bleeding gate. They swept the Packers last year, and now the Packers look back. The Packers got the attention now because they got Parsons, the Bears have attention, the Vikings, JJ. It's like the Lions are like, they're not terribly interested anymore. I am interested, but then there's big changes taking place.
What about the NFC North as a whole? Because like you said, right out of the gate on Sunday for those two teams, and then Monday Night Football, it's Vikings, Bears. You've been on this all summer long, and the fact that the home opener for the Bears in this division has to
Can't lose that game. Can't lose a game at home in prime time against your division rival who has a neophyte quarterback whose number 2 wide receiver is suspended. Your coach is here. Caleb's supposed to be the Messiah. And if you lose to the Vikings on national television 20-17, it's like the Bears fans will already be panicking. You have to win that game. Have to.
And the opportunity to shine within the NFC North, especially if you're Ben Johnson. Like, what if the Lions stumble on Sunday afternoon? Ben Johnson could come into the spotlight and be like, I have a rock, I'm supposed to be so close, and I've left Detroit behind. So I feel like we kind of glossed over, because we have Axel Ingber now, the fact that Vance Iteo opened up the show, you're with the crew permanently, which means it's his first prediction week.
I'm geeked up. I can't remember. We didn't have no Wi-Fi on the plane, but that's okay. I think off from my head. When we heard there was no Wi-Fi and it's 4.5-hour flight, it's like, that's all right. Let's test our knowledge. Okay. That's our knowledge.
We refuse to draw on either of our energies. But Jamie and I have very distinct styles for this. Mine is I just am very arrogant about it, and I say this is going to be right, and if it's not right, I don't care. Bergdahl has a different approach.
Kyle's been
I'm so nervous. Television host.
Kyle's been side-eyeing me. I've seen you all morning long. I've been panic scrambling notes because I'm like, I gotta get it right. I gotta be right.
Just the business side of me. Listening to the news, I'm not really listening to sports. I can check the stock market. I've got no idea.
Never pay for Netflix again after seeing this.
Netflix and Apple Prime never find out about this. This tiny device lets you stream movies from any premium platform or paid channel without the costly monthly fees. Just stick it into your TV's HDMI port.
I'm a big trader, so this is not
This is user trade on Xiaoyang in Seoul.
I'm April Long in Singapore. Your top stories this hour. Asian market set for a tepid open as U.S. futures stage a small rebound. Gold inching towards an all-time high as optimism grows for a potential Fed rate cut this month. Chinese President Xi Jinping set to host his Russian counterpart on Tuesday, On the agenda, economic cooperation and Ukraine. Plus, Indonesia's finance chief vows better government policies in a signal of reassurance for investors.
People are just looking at us.
Take a look at how we're setting up for the Asian markets. Of course, we didn't have that much of a strong lead up, given that cash trading was closed in the U.S. stock market, bond markets as well because of the Labor Day holidays. But Nikkei futures pointed to the upside after 2 sessions of losses today. We have a 10-year GGB auction that you'll have to be watching because demand has been pretty weak recently, so that will be a key test of demand for investors. And you're getting the Korea consumer price numbers, a gain of 1.7% year on year. When it comes to the month-to-month number, we're also talking about a contraction of 0.1%. Both numbers really missing expectations and decelerating from the previous month, pretty much because we have seen that temporary drop in communication.
Very nice. Create success. What the easy jazz music. Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna take you guys to the French Riviera. This is one of my estates, and this is my personal gem right here. When we leave it. I was looking at some flights, probably like 20 something. 23rd, 24th, 26th, 27th are the most important.
Where?
Yeah.
There.
That's right. Anything else would be uncivilized. See, now I can work as a professional. I have the stock market on one side, and I have some relaxing, beautiful jazz. Yeah. I was starting to worry about what team was going to win the Super Bowl. I'm like, wait a minute. I need to think about my investments.
Because what just happened can happen.
This is torture. In court, this would be torturous interference. YouTube.
The best thing about Chamberlain University
Good
is
strategy.
that they understand that life is
Hire
hard.
marketing
If
to
you
promote
put
the
in work,
announcement.
then you already put in 10 times more work than you have to get you where you need to be. Because of Chamberlain, I am a nurse today.
Chose to order your loving groceries? Use Ziploc to help keep your food fresh for the next meal. Ziploc.
I see, Johnson.
The reason I do all of this is because I love my son.
I also happen to be a mom to a non-binary child.
This is me trying to keep my kid alive.
I'm a parent, and I will stand up for my child. Join parenting with God today.
Don't kill your dog.
Oh, hey, Dr. Marty.
Hey, man.
But what's wrong with this? It's pretty stuff.
Let's check it out. It's still killed. And even the best killed still get ready. Which means they're ultra processed at extremely high temperatures that destroy the nutrients in the food. Then they have to add synthetic nutrients back in just to be labeled as part of it.
Are they all like this?
Sadly, they are. These 4 pups have low energy, bad digestion, itchiness, and allergies, all from eating ultra-processed junk food from every single meal. But at Dr. Marty, we get these freeze-dried premium meats and vegetables, locking in their nutrients.
Real meats, real fruits, real veggies, nothing else. Never kibbled.
You got it, kid. So don't kill your dog. Dr. Marty will make your best friend healthier, and they're gonna love it, guaranteed.
You're ready to move with life's big changes. Are your things? Take the worry out of storing your belongings with extra space storage. We provide self-storage that's clean, maintained, and affordable with advanced security technology. With thousands of locations nationwide, we're in your neighborhood, making your move easy, bringing you to a better tomorrow with space to do more. Rent online at extraspace.com and save up to 50% off.
Close knives that no matter the paint project, safely to the top of its fingers. So to help you refresh your space, this Labor Day, select one coat coverage interior paint to buy one, get one free. Lowe's, we help, you save.
What the heck is it?
What's the name of that stuff? What's the name of that cream?
Hunter 1114.
Good stuff. I mean, shit, working your body.
We can order it for you here. Mostly they sell it online, but it's very, very good. It's like for the barbershop and stuff like that. But it's just a pomade. It's kind of like gel, but very light.
Keeps it in
It's
place.
water based. They just put it in and it'll set it free. You want to style it for us?
It always flies around. It's so light.
High performance.
You made a thing of beauty out of something that wasn't there.
Hey. You know we only work with superstars and celebrities. You know you're world famous. We won't tell the public, okay? The secret is safe with us.
I remember when I was a kid, that old barber that I remember, he had a pair of hand clippers and scissors, and that's all we had.
Right.
I don't even know if that barber shop had electricity or not.
Oh my goodness. Remember back in the days they were like pliers? Let me let you have a look. Once again, thank you.
Yeah, that's
just
great.
the opportunity to be a barbershop. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be your barber. Anytime that you need us, 7 days a week, sometimes 8.
Yeah.
One quick second, we're going to dust you off, okay? That's funny. So what are you doing for the rest of today?
Just today,
Just relax.
I'm relaxed half the day already, so I might as well finish it off.
Working hard, right? All right, you're all set to go. Whatever you normally pay is fine, okay? And as you know, this is where we live. Whatever you normally pay is fine.
Right?
Whatever you normally pay is fine.
Oh, the last time I was here was 15, is that right?
That's right. Only for you.
Hello, extra there.
Hey, thank you so much.
I don't even know if that was why I
I'll make sure I'll buy me a Coca-Cola with this. Hey, a bottle of pop. Say no more. Have a blessed day. Thank you. I'm gonna hide this from my wife, okay? If she sees it, it's gone. Absolutely. And we'll be right back.